to another episode of Claire Hair. I cut my intro short because we're not wasting time in 2023. All right, so we're going to be using my braiding hair today. We're going to be doing Princess Jasmine inspired hairstyle. I thought about her hairstyle, but I was going to make my head look too big. My head's already big. So we're just going to do 2 feed-in braids going back. Don't forget to use lotion this season. I saw some of y'all outside. Absolutely not. Y'all know better than that. But like I was saying, we need Jamaican black castor oil, and then of course we need the edge control style factor for my edges. Let's go do the braid prep. This right here, let me stop. No, but the hardest part to me is if you do not split your hair up correctly, the feed-in braid is gonna be trash. So what you want to do is, I'm going to show a video of how I separated them, but you have this bundle. The bundle looks like this. You're going to split this into 6 sections. 2 are going to include the front of your head, and then 4 are going to be in the back. Okay, so I'm going to separate them, and then I'm going to show you how I have them in sections. This is it in half. This is edge control. Grow up. But this is that second half of the braid, right? And then these 2 pieces, these 2 pieces here is gonna be the mid part. And then this is you're gonna start braiding right here, and you're gonna add hem and hem. So 1, 2, and then 3. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, but if you can separate it, you're already winning than most people, because most people just get the bunker braid and just drop it on their head, and I'm just like, no. Feed in, okay, not force in. Once again, I just want to emphasize to everyone that I really am using Marley hair this year. I'm going to try to stay away from Connect Long as long as I can, but it just blends so much better. I feel more good about it because of the fact that I hate using Connect Long braiding hair, because what ends up happening is that I do 2 jumping jacks and now we got 2 different textures. Absolutely not. We are on point this year. Going in with my Jamaican black castor oil because I want to make sure, oh, that feels so good. You have no idea. I want to make sure that my scalp is properly moisturized. And then we're going in with I went in with the Eben initially, and then now we're going in with the Gorilla Scott glue. I've noticed that the edge control lays better when you put it on like a perm. So I just want to show you guys that technique earlier. Now this part is very important as well. This is going to be the beginning part of your braid, and like I said, like I feel like with feed-in braid, you gotta just wait for it to click for you. I really feel like your brain and your hand, your brain and your hand have to get it together. All right. That's the best way I can think of it. You can keep watching this tutorial, but until it makes sense for you, because it took a while for my fingers to follow my brain, because it's like, okay, we can do this. If a 10-year-old can do this, you can do this. And I could not. So, practice makes perfect. Don't be afraid to use as much braiding hair as you want. It's very cheap, so you can keep practicing. So I'm going to start braiding first, and then I'm going to add the section. You want to make sure that your left piece, the nail that has the snowflake on it, I don't know how else to describe it, but you want to make sure your left piece is always available for extension. So another thing too that I was going to tell you, I want to pre-tell you now, my braids ended up being a little bit crooked because I was showing you guys how to do it, so I can't see past the 3 ring lights I have in front of my face. Yes. So it's going to be a little bit crooked, but I'm just letting you guys know that it's all about technique. And if you see where my pinky is holding it, that's literally telling my brain, my left hand, that I'm going to add that. You see it? Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it closer, but I'm just showing you guys from firsthand. Like you're twisting it into that 3rd strand. That's always going to be available, because think of it like a rotation, like you're building a track, 1, 2, add. 1, 2, add. Okay. That song gets stuck in your head now, but it's just literally once your brain figures out, you're gonna be like, wow. Now your next question is gonna be, how do I know when to add the next piece? So mostly I know when to add the next piece when the rotation is done. So I did 1 2 add, 1 2 add piece, 1 2 add, 1 2 add piece, right? So this is gonna be adding the next piece right here. Like I said, if you guys want me to do a more thorough explanation of how to do a feed-in brand, I don't mind doing it, because I feel like in 2022, I feel like we all need to know how to do our own hair, and it's not a shaming thing like some people do. I just feel like financially it's much better for you, but also psychologically it's much better for you as well, because it's just like, I have an in-house hairstylist, you know, she'd be taking snacks and naps but it's a different feeling when you have an in-house hairstylist. It hits completely different, you know, so you don't feel like you're stuck in a hairstyle, especially if there's damage in your hairstyle. Then you can go ahead and take it out. And that was another thing too, was just that I did braid it a little bit tighter than I usually do, but I need it to last specifically to the January 20th because I have an event that day. But I personally braided it very tight, and I had a little bit of a headache, I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's me braiding it tight. Like, I was braiding it like I was mad at it, okay? And that's only because I need it to last, and I know I work out 3 times a week, so I know eventually it was gonna loosen up, but I needed it very tight. But I also have a high pain tolerance, so put that into perspective before you do this hairstyle, okay? So you're gonna go ahead and add another piece. I had to add it off camera a little bit because I can't see, but I'm back. So we're going in and we're adding another piece. Now we're going to go into the bulk piece. Like I said, I'm zooming in because I want you guys to learn it. Because once I learned it, I wanted to tell it to all the land. So this is going to be piece. Remember, we broke it up into 6 pieces. This is piece number 4. So this is going to be the middle part of the braiding hair. So you want to grip all your fingers through. It got stuck to the back of the thing. That's so funny. But you're adding it in. Like I said, once you realize the rotation, you need it to twist it into the braid, you are good to go. So you see how, like, I'm grabbing it, but I'm not letting it go until it's been introduced to the rest of the class. Now you want to make sure as well, I noticed too, when people do tutorials of this, they do not emphasize how tight you have to hold everything together. This is going to be piece number 5. We're adding it at my ear. So like I said, if you want to bring it into different quadrants, like, okay, eyebrow, I need to be done with 2 pieces. My ear, I need to be done with 4 to 5 pieces, you know? So if you want to do it like that, I have it mathematically spread out in my head to where I'm just like, by the time I get to my ear, I need to be on piece number 4. So 5 and 6 can finish the braid. So I feel like you guys can do this. And also it's conducive to make sure as you're braiding that there's no tangles, because what's going to end up happening is that you're braiding in a knot, and when it's time to take it out, you ain't gonna not have no hair left. But yeah, by the time you get to your ear, you should be on piece number 4. Okay, and make sure you're holding it tight as well. I like to move it a little bit, only to test to see how tight I'm braiding it, so I'm not braiding a headache. And so we're at the end. I added piece 6 by the base of my skull. So I don't know if that will help you guys. Also, make sure you are fighting this braid as you're doing it because it needs to stay tight. But look how smooth it looks. Like, this looks like if someone was walking off the street, they would think this is my hair. Like, more Kanekalon. Kanekalon is gone. We're doing Marley in 2023. All right. And this is my final result. I think I look like a whole goddess. Cleopatra could never. She could never, honestly. But yes, Princess Jasmine at your service. I can show you the world, but I can also show you a better way to do braids. All right. Don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire Haire. Oh, it's back. Oh my God. I thought my clicker died. Okay. Take 17. Oh! Oh my God! Did you get it?